It is absolutely what I am going to call the greatest loan officer gadget of all time. And it could not have come at a better time. I'm talking about MoveTube, and that's what we're going to talk about right here, right now on the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. Welcome to the podcast, my friends. I'm your host, Frank Array, and we are brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. I'm joined by my business partner and great friend, Kevin Bilberry, the creator of MoveTube. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing great, man. Great introduction, by the way.
Well, man, I've had a lot of practice, Kevin. I do this like for a living, so.
Yeah, man. I was watching that the new show we just released, the MoveTube show, If I Could Live Anywhere, by the way. Check that out.
You know what? We'll put a link to that down below too, if I can, for those who are consuming this podcast on the Loan Officer Podcast Network through Mortgage Marketing Animals. But so let's get into MoveTube. I'll kind of get the ball rolling, just so you guys know. MoveTube is the country, probably the world's only fully interactive. Hear me again. Fully interactive property search channel. Going very slow for everyone. Fully interactive property search channel on streaming devices. Streaming devices would be Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Google TV. I'm sure you're all familiar with these streaming devices. I was doing some research, Kevin. I think it's close to 200 million households have one or more of these streaming devices. It's exploded. Everybody's cutting the cord. I hate to use word like everybody. A lot of people are cutting the cord. They call them cord cutters, in fact, which are people that drop satellite, drop cable. They just get internet and they get a streaming device, a Roku or an Amazon Fire TV or an Apple TV, or sometimes they have all of them because there's different stuff on all of them. But Kevin, you put together about 7 years ago the MoveTube Property Search Channel, which is a national property search portal on these streaming devices. That has built up a notable consumer audience. Tell us a little bit about figuring out how to get that done and how long that took.
Wow, that started about 7 years ago, yeah, as you mentioned, and it was just it was just like, this is so cool, like Roku, right? I just got turned on to it. I instantly became a fan. And then I just started exploring what we could do with it. I'm like, man, I wonder if you could put real estate on here, because that's how my brain works. I'm always, even though I'm a loan officer or a former loan officer, I was always into property marketing. And so, without getting into a lot of details, to keep it short, we decided to see if we could do it. And it was basically it was just a for kicks kind of gig thing. It's just let's just see. We were, obviously, we were developing our other product, our other loan officer centric product. Won't mention that right now, but it was a side thing, and it just took a life on its own. We started noticing that, wow, we're getting a lot of installs. Where are these coming from? We're not promoting this at all. And Roku, I reached out to them, and they're like, well, we have algorithms. You're popular. People like it. People are finding you and are installing it. And when they do that, Roku pushes you up in searches. If you get on Roku and search real estate, we're number one. We have been for a while now. That's why we average between 500 to 1,000 new installs a month. That's one of the, or excuse me, not a month, a week. So that's what's pushing that. And people do search that. People get into their Roku because you can get in and search content. People love real estate shows. They love real estate. There's that term out there. People are into real estate porn.
Yeah.
Pardon the expression, but that's a commonly used term that people just like to look at real estate. And that became our audience, and it's continued to grow. And we're like, what are we going to do with this thing? And so, yeah, it's just something we've been building out, and it's fun. It's entertaining. I'm a fan myself. People use it. Just ran into a guy last week at a random, was outside of a restaurant in Bradenton, Florida, and he recognized my hat. He saw the logo. He's like, I know that from somewhere. It was I was like, yeah, it's a real estate search app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV. He's like, and his wife's like, oh yeah, that's a house search thing on Roku. And he's like, oh, cool. Do you work for those guys? I'm like, yeah, I
I
guess you
am
can say
those
that.
guys.
Yeah, I am those guys. So, yeah, man. So we just decided, like, what are we going to do with this now? Now that, and it's just continued to grow. And, one of the cool big feathers in our cap with this is, I'll shamelessly plug this is, as we were like playing with it on TV, we had it in the office. We're like, it's just quiet. It's like, but this is TV. It needs something. Well, what we did was we put a soundtrack to it. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that?
Not really. It's okay.
Okay. Well, that's our MoveTube soundtrack. But we're like, you know what? That just got repetitive. So we're like, man, we can get in here and it would be cool if you could search your own, like play your own music, right? And we swung for the fences. iHeartRadio was one of the ones that responded back. They got into it and they're like, we really like this. We want to integrate with you. And so get this, so I can get in here. I'm just gonna pick on country right now. I'm a big Texas radio fan, so there it is. I could be listening to this while I'm searching my properties in here. So that's a cool thing. So anyway, it just that's how it started, and we've been continuing that. So anyway, I guess you're gonna get into studio.
Yeah. Let's move on. And for those of you that are not watching on YouTube, Kevin actually has the channel up on a big screen TV behind him, and he's flipping through, and we can see properties. It's a really, really cool channel. But here's what I want to get to. I want to get to it right now. For the originators that are listening to this, understand this, and I want you to listen to me very, very closely. This TV channel, it does have a very large consumer audience, but that is not how this helps you. I'm going to tell you this right now. This channel is remarkable. It's super cool. It's like nothing else you've ever seen. But that consumer audience on that channel is not the focal point of this product for you as an originator. The focal point for you as an originator is this. It's an excellent tool for you to get the attention of producing real estate agents. How is that? Well, for real estate agents, this is an excellent tool for them to win listings. How do they win listings with this television channel? By going on listing appointments with their listing folder and having in their folder a flyer that says, list with me, and I'm going to get your home on TV. And it explains MoveTube, accessible through all the streaming devices and all those things. What I need you as a loan officer to understand is this is not about leads. Okay. That's not what this is for you. What this is for you is providing a tool, something of honest value to your producing real estate partners. These are partners that have listings on a regular basis. These are your seasoned professional agents. You provide this tool to them so that when they're on their next listing appointment, they can say, list with me and I'm going to get your home on TV. And let me tell you, this has been well and enough for us. I am a practicing loan originator. I use this tool. I'm in love with this tool. I'm not only an owner, I'm a user, right? But the agents, when the light goes on for the agent, especially an agent that likes listings, which 99% of them are, they get it. They go, okay, if there's three agents trying to get a listing out of a potential seller, and all things are equal, except one agent has this TV thing, list with me and I'm going to get you on TV. Every agent would say, I'd rather be that agent that has the TV thing. That's what this is about. This is about you providing something to real estate partners that's going to turn their heads. They're going to go, what are you talking about? My listings on TV. You're going to get their attention. You'll be able to connect with them within MoveTube Studio, which is what we'll talk about next. And there is within the program as well, in the dashboard, there is a little coaching section there where I teach you, especially if you're a mortgage marketing animal, how to deploy the DSP into the system, or this system into the DSP. It is the greatest loan officer gadget that has ever come around. There is nothing like it. Nothing comes remotely close to the coolness and the just total absolute uniqueness of this product. Agents getting their listings and their brand onto streaming TV is just like, what in the world? It's so easy to get the attention of these producing agents, and they love it because they absolutely want to be able to say that on a listing presentation. So many times, Kevin, when we do these little presentations that we do for originators, it's so funny how a lot of originators get caught up in how many people are on it. Oh, well, we can't change their behavior. They're always going to go to Zillow. If you're thinking that way, you've completely missed the mark on this. You're just not getting it. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just worry about being able to say, hey, I got this cool thing that'll let you say, Mr. or Mrs. Realtor, list with me, I'll get your home on TV. Are you interested in talking about this? And the answer is going to be, yeah, what is this? You'll easily get the agent. The agent will, I've never had one agent ask me anything about the channel except, how do I get it on mine? Which is all they've ever worried about, Kevin. So the big challenge that we faced, Kevin, or that you faced was, okay, we've got this cool product. It is a game changer. It is a head turner for real estate agents. But then the question was, well, how can we make this work to the advantage of the originator beyond just providing something of value, right? What can we do? Enter Studio, which we just released a couple of weeks ago. Give us an overview of Studio.
Yeah, so we decided, what are we going to do with this thing? So we developed a platform, a marketing platform all around MoveTube. So now it's more than just the whole TV presence, which is awesome. We have MoveTube fans. People love it. Actually, install it yourself. You're going to become a fan. But we developed a whole product around it that embraces not only the streaming TV, but also video, AI, which is a big thing, right? So we're using AI to create like little video teasers that we're putting on YouTube, and we're all drawing attention to the individual listings. We're doing an AI open house assistant. We developed that, and of course it has all the other little things. So if you have another product, well, I've got agents on this product because of flyers, and this product because of this. We pretty much put all those little extra things in here too. So if you do get into MoveTube Studio and you become a MoveTube fan, which you should, you're going to have all those other things too. So you probably don't need to keep all those little extra things around there. We feel like we pretty much put it all, but no mistake about this. This is a loan officer centric relationship building tool. We're both, Frank and I, both of us are from the lending side. We went into that with that mindset, but we know we have consumer adoption too. And that's what sets MoveTube apart from pretty much any other loan officer, agent, mutual marketing kind of product that I'm aware of out there in the market, is that consumers do actually use this. They like it. You do get consumer interaction, and consumers see it. But we developed a whole product around it. It's great. MoveTube Studio. If you go to studio.movetube.com, you'll see some of the features we have on there.
Yeah. The thing that really sends the realtors that I have found is, number one, of course, the channel itself, right? So they flip out on that. It's like, yeah, I want my face there. Absolutely. On my listings. So that's number one. Number two is the marketing flyer, which is the flyer that they get to put into their listing presentation folders, which says list with me, I'll get your home on TV. So that's number two. Those are the main two that make them go, give it to me. Yes, I want in. The third one is what Kevin described as the listing trailer video. And just like Kevin said, it's like, like in movies, if a movie's coming out, they release the little teaser video, the movie trailer. Kevin cleverly said these will be listing trailers. And with the click of a couple of buttons, guys, AI generates a narrative, and which you can edit if you want. And then you pick the AI voice that you would like to speak it. And AI creates this 30-second video with the voice narration on it, describing the property with photos of the property and a call to action to give the agent a call if they want more information. It all gets done. Like from your standpoint as an originator, the clicking of the buttons might take maybe 35 seconds or something like that to get the video done. Once it's finished, it sends an email to the originator and the real estate agent saying, hey, here's your listing trailer. Go ahead and download it. It's formatted for all the, current popular social sites, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts. So it's got that square shape, the 30 seconds, very quick. But here's the other really neat thing is all those videos are also automatically uploaded to the MoveTube YouTube channel. So it's getting on YouTube. Whether your agent does it or you do it doesn't matter. It's going to YouTube. And one of the neatest things that we found that we did not expect, and we're not even quite sure why, but I think it's just because we're doing so much content and all the content is unique in that the AI narration on everything is completely unique to each one. And I'll note this, even the music underneath it is AI generated and unique on most all of them as well. On these videos, when you search the property address of any of these listings that are in MoveTube, they're showing up on page 1 of Google. Especially if you click on video off of a Google search, they're always number 1. But even if not, if you just click all and put in the address, we are 9 out of 10 times not only on the first page, but we're well up there on the first page of Go. So that was kind of a nice, cool thing to have come out of this that was kind of unexpected, wasn't it, Kevin?
Totally. Yeah. I never promised Google rankings. We're still not even promoting that as a thing, like within, like in, hey, you're going to get on the first page, because we don't control Google, but we are seeing that they are first, typically number 1 for video, and middle of the page on the regular search if you're searching an address, which is important. People do search addresses. They do. If they find a property and they're interested in it, they're going to see what else is out there, especially video. They're going to look for that. So it's just another way to bring eyeballs to the listing. So,
right.
And I think that's occurring because I think you touched on a little bit. We're using AI we have AI voice characters that we've created. We're using unique narrations. We're not just taking the property description and just regurgitating that. We're actually using AI to rewrite a script, a 30-second like little, teaser pitch on the property that's unique to us. And then we're also using AI to write the music and produce the music. So even the background soundtrack is unique to us. It's not canned stuff that we bought. We're using AI to produce that. I think that plays a role.
And this is one of the things that I found that the agents really love the most. So when it comes to us as an originator saying, hey, I want to bring something of value to my realtor partner, this one just trumps MoveTube trumps it all. There's nothing more wildly unique than, oh, how about this? Let's get your listings and your brand on streaming TV. There's 200 million households that have these devices, and let's get your listings and your brand there. Let's get a piece of marketing material that says list with me, get your home on TV. And let's make sure that a video gets done on all of your listings that's going to make it to YouTube and rank well on Google searches. Let's make sure all that happens, right? What's more is that, there's some products out there, guys, you're probably familiar with. In fact, we owned one, we still do, where the listing will have a website created specifically individually for that listing. With MoveTube, that doesn't happen because we don't need it to happen. And the reason we don't need it to happen is because MoveTube is a national search portal, not only on the television, but also online. There's MoveTube.com, which is the national search portal for the listings that we host, and which is most all of them across the country, quite a few, most all of them. And we're marching across the country to get them all. But the nice thing is if an agent shares a listing, or you share a listing to a Facebook group, let's say out of the studio dashboard, when someone clicks on that image to see that listing, it brings them to the national search portal. So it doesn't have to create a website. It just brings them to where the property is on a national search portal, where they can view the property. Of course, your branding's there, your agent branding is there. And if somebody wants information, they can click a button and get information. You and your agent would capture that inquiry on that listing, of course. But what's wildly unique about this, guys, is that if someone did click it and they wind up on the MoveTube search portal and they're looking at the property and they decide, I don't like this one, and they click off of it and X out, well, now they're sitting on a national search portal that shows them a bunch of listings. If at that point they click on any of those other listings, it's going to be branded to you and your agent, no matter what listing they click on, because we have our intelligent branding system, or cookie branding system, that brands it to you guys. So it's just, that's another thing that really sends them, that I found, Kevin. So it's a really cool product. I do want to get into how a loan officer makes money with it, though. I mean, I think a loan officer might be listening right now and go, "Well, this is all great, but what's in it for me?" Like, how do I make money with this
Right.
thing? And do you want to touch on that a little bit, or and then maybe
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
touch on it some?
sure, for sure. So yeah, I'd like to kind of start first of all, the value to the agent and what are agents thinking right now? I actually saved a little, I'm not going to put the screenshot up, but I'm going to read it. I belong to several groups. This is a very, very large group of real estate agents Facebook group. And one just put up because one just put this up asking for this because, and this is becoming a thing because of the NAR thing, the NAR lawsuit. Agents are starting to understand they have to become good listing agents now. So here's somebody this was actually put up yesterday. I won't mention the name, but it says, I'm looking to add more value to my listing package, my full service listing package. What are some things that you offer above and beyond the standard marketing? Now, if I saw that as a loan officer that had this product, I'm hitting this agent up right now. Oh, I got something you can add in your marketing package right now that will go above and beyond and make you stand out. We're seeing that. Agents are becoming very, very aware of what's going on. A lot of them are panicking. I ran into an agent yesterday that has a little booth at a flea market. Same thing. She's like, I've got to get my listing game up. I got to ramp that up because I may not be able to make a lot of money on the buyer side anymore. So that's something we need to be aware of. Now, how do you make money on this? Of course, this is relationship building. All right. So, first of all, behind every listing is a seller. And Frank's got stats. I don't know if we're going to get into that in this show, but most sellers are going to purchase something somewhere else, and most of those are going to need a loan. So when I did property marketing, whether that was helping agents out, I also worked FSBOs too. This isn't a FSBO product, but I always got business out of the sellers, but I always asked for the business. I would always ask the seller, or excuse me, the agent, what's the story behind the seller on this property? Like, what are they doing on the other side? Where are they going? Can I help them out? Are they paying cash for their next home? These are kinds of things. We have these strategies built in. So when a new listing comes into MoveTube Studio and gets on MoveTube, the loan officer is prompted to contact the agent with some talking points. And, and it works. You're constantly talking to these guys. You're doing things. Hey, would you like a listing trailer? Do you need a flyer? Are you going to hold an open house on that? You want me to set up the open house AI? Oh, by the way, I shared your listing on wherever I'm sharing it, LinkedIn, whatever. These are little phone calls we can make to the agent, and they get, man, thank you. Wow, thanks a lot, Kevin. That's really appreciate that. And Frank, you're experiencing that, right? Because you're actually on the field doing this now.
Oh, dude, it's been so easy. It's been so cool. So it's exactly what you said, Kevin. So I do it with, and this is in the coaching that's in the system, in the dashboard. There's a little 27-minute video where I go through it in detail. But if you're a marketing animal, this is all going to be like, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I love this. But basically, yeah, you get a new listing in. Hey, saw you get notified with every new listing. Hey man, saw your listing. Congratulations. How'd you get that? Blah, blah, blah. Right away, you say, hey, what's going on with the seller? Can I help the seller? If they say no, they're taken care of, or no, it's an investment, it's a 1031 exchange, or whatever, all you do at that point is say, no problem. Hey, can you do me a favor? If you have any listings coming up where the sellers are moving and they need a mortgage, can I count on you to connect me to those guys? That's all you got to do. That's the question. And they're going to go, oh, yeah, absolutely. And they will, because you're going to wind up helping them on these listings. You already are by getting them on TV, right? And getting that YouTube video done, that listing trailer video done. Then, of course, you'd, like Kevin said, hey, I'll make the listing trailer for you. You need a flyer, open house, whatever. Hey, before I let you go, any pre-approvals I can help you with today? So that's one call you make. Another call is just a weekly maintenance call is what I call it. I just every week, in fact, I need to do it here in the next 30 minutes. But every week I just go through all my agents in MoveTube and I just look at their listings and I give each one of them a call and I just say, hey, I'm looking at your listings here. You got 3 of them that are active. Which one, you want me to help me promote one? Which one would you like me to work on for you? And they'll say, yeah, promote Main Street. I go, no problem. I've got a great couple of Facebook groups that I'm going to share this into real quick for you. Okay. And they're going to go, thank you. Really appreciate that. You're going to go, no problem. It's my pleasure. I'm just trying to help. Hey, before I let you go, don't forget, if you come across any sellers that are coming up that might need a mortgage if they're moving, man, can I count on you to connect me to those? And they'll be like, by this, guys, you do this for a few weeks. And they're like, absolutely, of course. And they're already thinking about it. By this time with me, Kevin, when I'm making these calls, they know where I'm going with this already. And they're already telling me, by the way, I've got one coming up and they are going to need a mortgage. And it's probably going to be in about 30 to 40 days, but I'm already talking to you about them. I'll get you connected to them. It's like, great, thanks, man. So what we're doing is we're catching these buyers that are home seller buyers before the property's even on the market now by engaging with these agents in this way. And then I also always ask them to, hey, any pre-approvals you need help with today before I hang up the phone. So yeah, it's just a matter of engagement, and ask. That's all it is. And the engagement is easy. It's fun. It's no big deal. And you really become like part of the team. I feel like I'm part of their team. Like, how can I help? Which one do you want me to work on? For me, what is it, Kevin? A couple of clicks, click, done. I'm off my day. You know what I mean? But to them, it's like, thank you. And it should be, it should be that way. I am trying to help get their listings marketed. And there's in the training, I have several places that you can help them by posting their listings for them that are absolutely free. And it's easy to do. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One thing,
go ahead.
And one thing we didn't get into too much here, but we do have an agents on demand tool inside Studio where you can actually see like now data, like what's going on, like who are the ballers right now. You just put in a city or a zip code, wherever you want to start farming, you can get all their data, who they are, how many listings they have, if they have if their listings are currently on MoveTube but they're not branded, that's an easy call. Hey, you're not getting the credit you need on there. I can get you this place showcased and then make this part of your presentation. And then, or also you could reach out to agents that maybe their listings aren't on there at all yet, but we can get them on there. So, there's so many things in this for sure. And you know what, but you keep mentioning it's fun. It is fun. It is fun. I mean, I love talking about it. And we actually built this product because we had some LOs in the field, that were telling us that MoveTube is the fun thing that they talk about. And, so MoveTube, the app's been around for 7 years. We loosely tied it to another product that we were on, but it was very confusing. But the loan officers were telling us that, man, this is what's moving the needle with my agents. You need to develop a product around this and name it after this thing, because this is what the agents are getting excited about. When I walk into an open house and just say, are you leveraging, the trend of streaming TV to enhance your brand and to win more listings? Are you doing that currently? They're gonna be like, no, what?
What are you talking about? What do you mean? Just streaming TV?
Yeah. Now, reverse course and be like, hey, do you have like really cool flyers with infographics telling you what's around the area?
Of course I do. I've had that forever.
You have,
next,
this thing, right? Or
next,
and you get a lot of agents that'll put that obstacle or that pushback. Oh, my company already does that. Oh, I'm with a big brand. Yeah, our broker provides us with all that. Well, they're not providing you with this.
No,
they're just not.
That's why this is so cool.
That's why it is cool. But it's cool. It is cool. It's just
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy every aspect of it. I enjoy engaging with my agent partners with it. I know they enjoy it. It's so cool because in a world where the loan officer is trying to get the attention of a producing agent, there's just nothing like this. That's why it's so cool. It's just so wildly unique and different that you get the attention. And I'll tell you guys this, we got to wrap this up, but I was just going to say this, Kevin, that the office meeting, right? Or the lunch and learn just goes on a whole new level with MoveTube.
Oh yeah. I can tell you from experience. I got to experience that 4 weeks ago down in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
I got invited down there and LO was like, hey, would you pitch this for me to a room full of agents? And it was a blast, man. The room was full. He sold out. Which he said doesn't always happen. And yeah, man, the agents loved it and they all stayed. Nobody left. Nobody ate and left. They stayed, and a lot of them wanted to talk to me afterwards. But it wasn't a home run. It was a grand slam, man. I was like, wow, this went off really, really well. So, yeah. And by the way, guys, this is the beginning. this was just a side project, but now that we've built a product around it, and our goal is that the lending industry just really embraces it and gets behind it and just really helps us to really start now focusing 100% on making the studio's great now, but now we want to get back into the TV and just keep making it better and better and better for everybody.
Yeah. And so we gotta wrap this up, man. I'm sure people who are interested are gonna go, how do I figure it out? If you just go to MoveTube.com, up at the top, there's a link that says professionals go here. You can click that, or you can
loan
go
officer
directly.
agent.
Yeah,
loan officer agent. Yep.
Yeah, loan officer agent at MoveTube.com, or you could go directly to the page it'll take you to, which is studio.movetube.com. Studio.movetube.com. Either place, we'll get you there. You learn more about it and you get signed up. Such a cool product. And if you're wondering what it costs, just go there. You'll see. It's going to be cheaper than you could possibly imagine. So
right.
Well worth it. Well worth it. So yeah, MoveTube.com at the top, it'll say agents, loan officers, click there, or studio.movetube.com. You can get it there. All right, we'll go ahead and get on out of here. Thanks, Kevin, for hanging out with me for a little bit and talking about this. I just wanted to make sure the word got out here and people could start enjoying this and have some fun with it and start really providing some just totally unique value to their realtor partners. That's just nowhere else. There is no other product like it. So, all right, man. Have a good one, Kevin. Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. For the rest of you, thanks for joining us here on the Mortgage Loan Officer Podcast. Always a pleasure to be here with you. We'll be here next week as well. So until then, have a great one. And don't forget to join me Monday through Thursday, free 30-minute coaching every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time at the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. And you go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com, loanofficerbreakfastclub.com, and we can hang out for 30 minutes a day, Monday through Thursday. All right. We'll see y'all later. Adios, my friends.